Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the differences in the traveling agents that we usually use, especially to fly. So I've been facing this for the last 6 years because I'm a student from South India. I live in Hyderabad, but I happen to have the last 6 years in North India, especially in Madhya Pradesh and currently in Lucknow. So for students out there who have to fly frequently, at least like 2 to 3 times a year, I think this can be useful for you. So let's start. I'll be starting off with Make My Trip because this is the pretty popular choice out of the various traveling sites out there. So currently, I'll be taking only the flight starting from Lucknow to Hyderabad, and I've chosen the date 2 weeks from now. That is 15th of February, and I prefer to fly usually in a non-stop flight than traveling to one particular airport and then getting a connected flight. So for that, if we see this Make My Trip, we can just see two flights, and one is 7,120 and then the other is 7,181. I'm not sure about if they'll charge a convenience fee or not, but I mean, I haven't personally used Make My Trip, so that is what the prices are looking for now. If we go to Is My Trip, and I think that is also pretty popular because I kind of use it at times. And in Is My Trip, again, these are also the direct flights, and we see the same two flights. That is, surprisingly, you see here this is cheaper. Like the Indigo, which is flying from 9:15 to 11:25, this is cheaper. But in Is My Trip, we see that this one is cheaper. That Air India that is flying from 17:10 to 7 p.m. So if we compare this with Agoda, I mean, I am sure that most of you are bombarded with this Agoda ads whenever you use YouTube, or even if just happen to hear any music app. So in Agoda also we see the same thing, and it is important to compare that Agoda is not at all cheaper as they say, like at least compared to Make My Trip and Is My Trip. Even if we compare the convenience fee, I don't think Is My Trip takes any convenience fee. I mean, there's a policy of zero convenience fee, so that's an advantage there. And at least even considering the convenience fee of 400 to 600 for any traveling website, I think Agoda, as they say, is not at least that cheap for now. So the other thing, I don't think most of you might know this, but this is the site that I've been using for a lot of days. This is HappyEgo, and if we see, okay, HappyEgo was kind of cheaper for the last 3 to 4 years that I've been using, but I am currently no more using HappyEgo purely because of the reasons that like I had a terrible experience with them. Especially, I had a flight that I booked in 2022, and that refund was given to me in 2023, and that too when I've called them for like several times. At least I've made 20 to 30 calls in a year. That is a pretty bad experience from HappyEgo for me. So if you are going for a flight from HappyEgo, you have to bear for the refund process because it's pretty lengthy. Something which came to me in surprise is this Booking.com. I usually don't use this, but I'll just show you what is surprising in this. So as we see, the same flight from Lucknow to Hyderabad, the same date, 15th. But if we see the direct flights, Booking.com gives us three options than compared to the regular two that we've seen in the past four websites. That is this particular flight from night 9:25 to 11:30. This was not visible in the other four websites that we've been seeing. And if we see the cheapest flight, just to compare, like this Air India Express in Booking.com is showing 5,812. So if we, let's say if we add somewhere around at least 1,000 of, yeah, I mean 1,000 is very huge number, but if we add somewhere like 600 of the booking fee also, then that goes to 6,400, which is way cheaper than the all the options that we've seen currently. So again, this is just surprising to me because Booking.com was pretty expensive, at least like 1 to 1.5 year ago that when I've used. So Yeah, this is just my opinion. I just wanted to share because there might be a lot of students who will be frequently traveling. So I would highly suggest to at least check these three sites: Ease My Trip, Happy Easy Go, and booking website, just booking.com. Just because Make My Trip is pretty famous, but in terms of offers, I mean, I haven't seen much. So that's just my opinion. Thank you so much. And if you've made till now, maybe just consider watching these two videos. Thank you.